But the weird thing is, I actually feel sorry for women. Does not mean I pity them, but in many cases I do feel sorry for them. But why? There are many single women out there that are single because of the nonsense that they have been told. So they have been living their life in a direction they assume would be beneficial to them. Many women are told to not focus on this now. Focus on it later on, once you've secured your career and your life and so on and so forth. So many women spend their time focused on trying to build this thing up. Then the moment they turn around and want to create that family and find a nice decent man and so on, there are no men there for them. Or the pool of men they have to choose from is very slim. Yet at the same time, there are many women that are single, and it's their own fault that they are single. You see, you can find many videos on YouTube of women saying they hate being single, they dislike being single, they want a man, why can't they find a man? And it's not as if there are no men available. But clearly the men they want are not available in abundance, or they are taken. So think of that statement for a bit. All of the good men are taken. So do you ever wonder if it's a sense of many women are clamoring for the same small group of men? And it's not surprising that some of these men have their hands filled with women. They may have more women than they can handle. So it's a sense of, is it a lack of good men? Or is it a lack of more varied options? You see, many women are single because they are very much naive enough to believe this Prince Charming or this great man will emerge from somewhere. They believe and they wait and hope, but this is the thing as well. Women are too concerned with finding this man that is and has this and that. But how often do they spend time to look at what they are bringing? A woman that's constantly single has to ask herself, what can she actually bring to a man? What can she actually give to a man? Can she actually make a man's life better? Or do her skills end in fulfilling his desires? What more can she bring to a man? How can she elevate a man? You see, this is something I do not think women spend enough time thinking about. And obviously they would not, because many men expect nothing from women except for them to be there. So many women assume they can just approach a man with absolutely nothing at all but themselves. But times have changed. Men question things now. Men wonder now. Men question and wonder and ask, what could you bring me? What could you do for me? Can you do for me? Because if you cannot do anything for me, there are another million women out there that can do the exact same thing. You see, many men are becoming far too savvy nowadays. Many men have caught on to the game. Many men are not putting themselves in a position to be played so often and so easy. Of course, a larger majority are. But many decent men, many men that have resources, that have lives, that have a potential, those men are far too wary. Those men understand how easily they can be taken advantage of. Many of those men can see it coming from a mile away. So if you are a single woman looking for a man, and you are approaching a man in this sort of way, as if he has to be this and that and he has to be so great and have everything, yet you yourself are not trying to do the same thing, then what can you expect? You can expect to get nothing, because many men feel this is what you have to offer them. There are many thirsty men out there. Thirsty to the point of not caring what a woman may have or what she may bring to the table. If you assume and compare all men to that, and you think all you have to do is just be there, the sad truth is, so many women will remain single. Yes, of course they may be able to get some, of course. Men will forever be thirsty for them. But finding a well-resourced man, a man that's built a life for himself, a man that has something going for himself, a man that has himself together, that has potential, that already has a future. Men that have those things, yet are still naive enough to commit to you long term or to marry you, understand how less and less that is becoming nowadays. Because many of us as men can see what is happening. Many of us as men know what may happen. So yes, of course, many men will still have their fun with you. Why not? But commitment, if you ask many men if they would ever get married, they would laugh. Either that, or they will look at you as if you are crazy. Not because they are evil or bitter, but because they know what they stand to lose. They have spent enough time observing, They are far too focused. And they remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.